Ah, hell yeah, fellas. Isle Delfino, the one-stop vacation spot in the world. Man, it's finally great to be here.
Hey, Palio, you're under arrest.
Wait a minute. Whoa, hey, whoa. What did I do, officer?
Hey, I'm gonna need some backup. We got a burp here. Listen, wise guy. Put the hands where I can see them.
Ah, what the frick, dude? I didn't even do anything.
Yeah. You're going away for a long time, pal.
I really don't know what I did this time. I mean, I guess it'll all make sense if I finally talk about Mario Sunshine on the show. Luckily, I always carry around a copy in my prison pocket. Mario Sunshine. What a game. Wait, what? Whoa! That was crazy. I guess you know what they say. It's time to game on, fellas.
Yes. Welcome back to another episode of Watersurf's Gaming Hour. This is the show where I talk about games I own physically and or digitally. We're going into dangerous territory by covering a game that resides in my top 10 most favorite games of all time. Yeah, that's right. Super Mario Sunshine is the 11th episode in my dumb little series.
Now, despite this being one of my favorite games, I will note that it does have some various flaws, as no game is perfect. I will also be pissing off some of you by saying that this is the best 3D Mario game. Yeah. You know, I love Mario Galaxy and 64, but this one is the best out of all three of those goats, if you know what I mean.
Anyway, Super Mario Sunshine. It's a 3D platformer. You all know the Wahoo guy probably, but this time he's got a water jetpack thing on his side, or on his back in this case. You all know the plot of these Mario adventures now. You have to wahoo, yippie, and yahoo all over the Isle of Delfino and get the shine sprites in order to rescue the princess.
Gosh dang, that silly prince is getting captured again, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. It's time to really piss off the viewers that are watching this.
While this game originally released on the Gamecube back in 2002, we will be looking at the version for the Switch via the 3D All-Stars collection.
You hear that? It's an angry mob outside.
I'm sort of joking, but I wanted to make it clear and transparent that I am playing the version on the Switch just because it has the widescreen support and the resolution is a bit higher. I also want to mention that I am playing this on a Switch 2 as it has that fancy new Gamecube controller so I could get those sweet analog triggers.
Now, both of these are great ways to play this game, but one of these will probably make their way to the Gamecube Classic lineup on the Switch 2, and the other one was delisted by Nintendo for some dumb or unknown reason. Without further ado, let's dive into the plot of this game and such.
I sort of touched on the plot earlier, but in this segment of the video, we'll be starting with the storyline/plot, followed up by the hub of Delfino Plaza. Then we'll be getting into each of the main levels and their own little segments of the video. Two of the levels literally have plot in them, while the rest are just your normal yippie adventure. I figured this was the best way to talk about this game, so I do apologize for this segment being a little jarring.
Yeah, you should apologize, Buster Boy. Now give me something interesting about this game.
An interesting thing about this Sunny Wahoo adventure is that out of all the other 3D Mario games so far, this one has voice acting from every character during the pre-rendered cutscenes, outside of our protagonist wearing denim, of course. You are also greeted with a pre-rendered cutscene upon booting the game up as well. This opening cutscene also sort of shows all the levels you'll be visiting and a foreshadowing of what's to come.
Succulent seafood. All this and more await you on Isle Delfino. Come relax and let us refresh your body and spirit.
After that, it's finally time to press the A button to start the game.
Oh, it's this big green one in the center, and just in case you didn't know.
Quiet, you. Starting up the actual adventure, your plane lands and you're greeted with some goop. You also get to hear some toads talk, bro.
What's this icky paint-like goop? It's moving!
No, no, boys, don't touch that stuff.
Excuse me, but... Huh?
Wait, what the f*** was that? I don't remember that scene in the game.
Moving right along, you walk over to the other side of the runway and get greeted with Flood. The most important thing here is that Flood is basically your partner in crime for this game. It allows you to squirt water and do other types of movement with water. After being set up, it's time to get rid of that goop pile and defeat the goopy piranha plant thingy or whatever it's called. After doing this, you're greeted with your first shine sprite of the game and getting arrested. Wait, what the hell?
Ah, so you finally caught up. Basically, Mario's getting framed for all this eco-terrorism because this imposter-ass Mario has been causing havoc before you even arrived. What the hell is this lame idiot even saying? Oh well, let's get back to the voiceover guy.
Just scrubbing through this scene of the game, you have this whole court segment about how Mario is the bad guy or something. You also get some lore exposition about how the shine sprites are the life source of this island, shaped like a dolphin. Anyway, Mario must clean up the island to stay out of jail, and he better not slack off because the cops are watching him. Hey, Mario, you need to wake up. Huh, maybe they should just throw him back in the clink.
I can't believe I'm on custodial duty for this dumbass island. They had me clean the bathrooms earlier, and who knew a toad could clog a toilet like that? He was just going, "Wah!" Shaking my head, bro.
We are finally at the hub area of Delfino Plaza. This area is where all the magic happens. Basically, it's like the paintings in Mario 64, but you jump through these M's on the wall, or get shot out of a cannon, or maybe jump into a pipe or two. Oh yeah, there's also this one where you look into the sun and go permanently blind, but I'm getting ahead of myself.
I wish you told me sooner, dick.
This little plaza area is where the vast majority of the plot happens. Shadow Mario goops something up and you gotta get him. Rinse and repeat for a few of the other level entry points as well. It's not until you get a certain amount of shine sprites when others unlock. It's because they need a special nozzle to get to, or a Yoshi to eat the pineapple that's blocking the warp pipe, bro.
You also forgot to mention that this hub area also has some bonus stages or the abilities to get other shine sprites by helping out the various residents or something.
Yes. There are various tasks you can do to get more shine sprites without actually going into the main levels. You can clean up the bells, or shine sprites, or smash some boxes, or even ride this stupid Yoshi for way too long to get to this stupid island so you can have the stupid Yoshi vomit on some dumbass pipe to get some dumbass level with some dumbass lily pad, and then get the dumbass red coins. But hey, you're a dumbass because you didn't get all the red coins, and instead of just restarting the beginning of the level like others do, you have to redo that entire process all over again if you really want to beat that level that the internet really seems to hate.
Wait. So you're telling me that the internet gets mad about some dumbass level that's optional? What's next? Some dumbass pachinko level?
Yeah, there's also one of those that is annoyingly tedious to beat. There are also a handful of other secret bonus levels in the hub that are much easier if you are going for that 100%, which I am not going to do for this episode, so I do apologize to those gamers out there that expected me to 100% a game on this show. Seriously, have you been watching the series? I don't do that.
You hear that? There's still an angry mob outside. They jump now? What? No. Bro, that's like a joke from the last episode. Get the freak out of here. Oh, I thought you'd make another joke about jumping in this episode. My bad, I didn't know when to pop out. Anyway, gamers, I think it's time that we finally bite off some of the main levels of this game and do one big yippee into the first hub world of Bianco Hills.
Yes, Bianco Hills. This is the first of 7 levels you get to explore. You unlock this one by ungooping the Pinta statue and the following, Shadow Mario into the painted M. As you spawn in, you get greeted with what's to come, and you guessed it, more goop. It's time to make your way through this little town and up to the windmill, but not quite, just up to the bridge. Defeat that goop monster and you get your first legit shine sprite, bro.
Now normally, most players would head over to the quest in Delfino Plaza, which would be ungoop the access point for Ricco Harbor, but this is my video, and we're gonna do this one level at a time, bub.
I promise that some of these episodes within these levels will go fairly quickly. The next one is PD Piranha. Literally climb up this hill to get to the top of the windmill and then beat up that fat ass plant with legs. Also, the roof breaks because Mario's weight was too much and not this fat ass plant. Okay, game. Anyway, it's the first boss fight of the game and you gotta fill this guy up, bro. With water. Get your mind out of the gutter, bro. Alright, moving on. Squish all the water out of this guy and repeat the process again until he turns into goop and spits out a shine sprite. The rest of the levels are pretty straightforward though. One of them gives you a floodless bonus level where you do the typical wahoo platforming you'd expect. Another 2 are just collecting red coins, and oh yeah, guess who's back?
That fat ass plant is back, and there's only one way to kill a plant.
Yeah, believe it or not, Mario decides to get some random nearby pigs, fill them up with water, and shoot them at the plant monster. This game really has a lot of animal abuse, and I'm still wondering how it got an E rating. Oh well, Shadow Mario is also running around town, so you gotta beat him up, bro.
Hey, I told you if I saw you on my turf again, I would spray you with water, and then wahoo all over your tombstone, bro. You better not do this 6 more times or else I'll be big mad.
Oddly specific, but for a reason. You need to collect 7 shine sprites per level in order to get to the final stage / boss of this game. And spoiler alert, they all end with you beating up this imposter of you. Pretty sus, huh?
What the hell are you looking at? We need to talk about Ricco Harbor now.
Ricco Harbor is the next level you get to check out. This one is located on the side of the building where you can redeem the 10 blue coins for a shine sprite. That's not important though. What is important is that the shipyard just is a big old playground of fun, bro. Too bad it's all gooped up. Ugh.
Ah, bro, what the hell? You got goop everywhere. I know you're just a kid, but also a squid, but you can't be gooping everything up, bro.
Alrighty then. This is the next big boss, and it's a giant ass squid. Yeah, this is probably the guy who gooped everywhere, and I hope that this is just ink and not another type of goop. It's already weird enough that we have to rip off this bro's tentacles in order to take his mouth from him or something. I promise this is not a setup for a hentai joke.
I don't know what's more concerning. The fact that you had to state that this is not a hentai joke, or the fact that Gooper Blooper has over 40 results on a certain green website. What the freak is wrong with you people?
Let's just say I'll give you 34 reasons why you shouldn't rule out that this next stage is pretty epic. You get to surf on a squid, bro. I promise it's not a sexual thing, but ride that squid like a surfboard. You get to go on this little sewer thing and then do this little time trial with some neat little obstacles and such. Obviously, you're supposed to find shortcuts and go as fast as you can, but one wrong move and it's game over. I also find it really funny that if you don't actually get the desired time at once, this guy is all still dancing and he just says, pretty weak, bud.
Sorry, I'm still processing the fact that you looked at.
Shut the f*** up, you fat Scott the Woz knockoff. This is why only 4 people watch your videos, with only one of them actually making it this far in the video. Just go inside this gel-like thing, bro, and get the shine sprite. You got this dumbass shine sprite in this dumbass cage with a bunch of dumbass obstacles, and this dumbass wind enemy that will knock you into the dumbass water if you aren't careful. Whatever, dumbass. Here's a floodless special level where you gotta be careful of all the rotating wood platforms or something. Man, I'm pissed off. It's time to beat up this squid again. And I swear to Piantissimo, you better not mention anything that resides in the Goon Lagoon.
I was going to say that the final 2 episodes are just getting red coins on a squid and beat up Shadow Mario again. Jeez. I could really go for a gelato though.
Well, you're in luck, because it's time for Gelato Beach, baby. located over on the lighthouse. This is the level on a beach. There are even these weird ass duck things that wander the beach and launch you into the air when it's least convenient and the most hilarious. Right now we have this floodless special level that has a bunch of sand or something. It's kind of a precursor of that level that most people complain about when they keep bringing up this game online.
Want to trigger Mario Sunshine haters? Sandbird. Ah, yes, they are still here. Just checking.
In order to get to the Sandbird level though, you gotta get these stupid ducks off the solar panels in order to murder this wiggler sleeping on the ball thing, but then that wiggler just gets pissed off and runs around the beach, so you just have to finish the job. Then, and only then, you get to do the most hated level in the Mario Sunshine game, is the Sandbird level. And let me go on a quick rant here. I don't think this level is hard. You quickly collect the red coins, and then when the bird turns, you just hang out for a moment. It's not my fault that you're bad at the game. It's not like the sand is falling out from under you. Just get good, bro.
Piantissimo! You gotta race him.
Oh yeah, race this weird looking dude for a shine sprite, collect some coins in the coral reef, and beat up Shadow Mario again. You get the idea. A lot of the levels have this rinse and repeat formula.
Hey, what's with that weird looking boat over there?
This is the part where plot actually happens again. Obviously, Peach gets kidnapped and gets taken to Pinna Park. This is also where you do one of the coolest boss fights in the game. Shadow Mario brings out this giant mecha Bowser, and then you gotta hop on a roller coaster to beat him.
This thing is totally unsafe. Wahoo!
Oh yeah, and if you don't already know, Shadow Mario is actually just Bowser Jr. He kidnapped Princess Peach because he thinks she's his mom, and all I can say is, Mamma Mia. Seriously, if you saw how big Bowser was in this game, you'd probably feel bad for Peach too, especially if it was true.
I don't want to say it, but this is the artwork you would expect to see on that green website. I'm not saying it's a good thing, but I'm still not over the fact that there's so many results for the Gooper Blooper.
I'm just going to ignore that you said that and say it's time to put this game into full gear as Peach was taken to Corona Mountain. That's the final level of the game, by the way. We'll get to that later though. Right now, it's time to talk about this floodless level that you get after beating up this mole in a cannon. This one is neat because of the disappearing platforms or whatever. You know what isn't cool? The collecting of the red coins on this wacky ass amusement park ride, only to be followed up with this weird ass Yoshi turtle phonies that are making the sunflowers bloom when you kill them. I don't know, man. After that, it's time to ride a fast as hell Ferris wheel, bro.
Whoa! The Ferris wheel 1 is too intense for me. Whoa!
It turns out once you climb up to the top and murder the shock turtle while it's taking a snoozer, it goes back to normal. Crisis averted. Now go find a Yoshi and put him on the merry-go-round so you can do another floodless level, but this time it's focused on moving Yoshi square eggs and doing the funny wahoo jump to yippie up to that shine sprite. Oh, and you guessed it, Shadow Mario is back being a goober again. Get the frick out of here.
Whoa. That theme park was a nightmare, bro. I should have looked at the reviews before I went. It's okay though. At least I got a nice room booked at the nice hotel resort on Sierna Beach. Oh god damn it!
Sierna Beach time. This one is located in that pipe that had the pineapple stuck in it. Now, the first level is what I'm going to just call Hell. This was one of the few levels I struggled with as a child, and honestly still struggled with today. This level also has some more of the BS things you've been hearing about with Mario Sunshine, but this manta ray level is one of the ones that seems to be forgotten. Seriously, as if cleaning up the manta rays splitting up wasn't hard enough, you also have to deal with this stupid electric goop to worry about. You also really need analog triggers for this episode in order to spam the water spout and just spray water everywhere. But don't worry about it. While I do hate this one specific episode, it doesn't come anywhere close to a certain episode in another level.
Phew. Now that the beach is all cleaned up, I can finally relax in my room. Ooh, I'm a ghost. Ooh, I'm a ghost. Oh god damn it. The hotel is haunted now.
Remember Luigi's Mansion? Well, the ghosts all broke out and got stoned as hell. Now they haunt this hotel for fun. Seriously, you spray these pink boos with some water and they turn into platforms. Jump into a boo's statue mouth and then it's time for a floodless special episode that I weirdly struggled with a lot. It's not that it was hard, it's just that I was rushing it. That still didn't solve the boo issues, as now they're haunting the hotel guests, and you gotta go into various different rooms to get a pineapple to feed a Yoshi so that Yoshi can eat some booze in the attic/ventilation system. Yeah, fun game design, I guess.
Housekeeping. Oh.
It's time to go into the basement and clear out all these basement ghosts, and then do this stupid flip the tiles minigame where these stupid tiles take way too long to actually flip to what you actually want despite all your best efforts. Oh look, a pipe that leads us to another floodless episode, but this time there's a bunch of cubes or something. Don't even get me started on how you have to go back down into the casino basement and finally deal with this ghost problem once and for all.
You know, if Luigi was in this game, Mario wouldn't be having all this problems and a hard time with all these freaking ghosts, bro.
Probably right, but this is a Luigi-less game, unfortunately. It does have a fight with King Boo though, and Mario gets his revenge by making him do the hot pepper challenge. King Boo took it like a champ though. He even gave Mario a shine sprite for all his hard work. Speaking of hard work.
Ah, man. Finally got rid of all those ghosts. Bro, what the f happened? I just cleaned up this mess.
Yup. The beach is a mess again, and the manager wants it cleaned up ASAP. Seriously? This one has a time limit? And the worst part is Mario straight up wahoos himself if you run out of time. This manager is just a real piece of work, and he should clean up his own mess. At least there are these water barrels spread around the map to get rid of the goo a bit quicker. And if you were wondering, Shadow Mario is back in the hotel causing chaos or something, so you have to squirt him with your portable hose.
Man, all this water talk is making me thirsty. I'm gonna take a drink from this glass of water I got from Noki Bay. Ugh, gross. It tastes like eel barf, but specifically the eel barf from an eel that has rotting teeth.
We are getting to the end, boys, and we're finally at Noki Bay. This is probably one of the most unique to get to, as you have to go to a certain spot at the Delfino Plaza and then look at the sun to be teleported into this bay of Noki or something like that. I would make a joke about it, but I already did this earlier in the episode. That's not important though, as you have to uncork the waterfall. That's apparently how they work now, I guess. Don't question it. Just beat up the mole in the canyon again, okay?
Hey man, as long as I don't have to see that giant squid again, I think we'll be fine.
Nobody tell him that the next episode involves you climbing up these ruins in the wall in order to beat up the big squid for a third time. I promise that's the last of them, or at least I think. Oh yeah, why does this old man want us to go into his jar? Oh, just to collect some red coins. Phew, I thought it was something else for a moment. Anyway, time to brush an eel's teeth. It's more, using high-pressured water to clean off its teeth, but whatever.
No wonder this water was nasty. I was right. Oh. There's definitely fish pee in here too.
Finishing off the level, you have to race Pantissimo again, which is fairly simple, and there's this another, floodless level where you do this wacky platforming segment. Peak Mario wahooing in my opinion. And yes, another Shadow Mario segment where you gotta spray him down, which he jumps in the water but he can't handle the way you spray your water on him. Okay, sure.
It's best not to question it. We're finally on the final level before Corona Mountain, and that's Pianta Village.
Pianta Village requires the special rocket nozzle to get access to, unless you are a parkouring wizard. This level also has some of the most BS mandatory levels in the game, at least in my opinion. The first one is quite simple, where you just take some mini chain chomps and put them in the water. There's also this notice to always be kind to your pets, at least that's what Flood says.
You hear that, kitty? I have to be nice to you because this video game said so. But I'll always be nice to you. Because you're my cat and I love you. But not because the game is telling me to do so.
Piantissimo is back to get his ass kicked at a race one last time, but it's not as bad as the next episode where you experience this fiery hellscape without Flood. More or less, you just go underneath the map in order to get your water spraying pal back and talk to the neighbor who probably sold the town out in the first place. Hey, remember how you put those little chain chomps in the water? Yeah, do it again but with a really big chain chomp. Maybe next time don't feed your big ass dogs these chilies, lady.
Alright, this next segment of this level is my least favorite level in the entire game. And anybody who likes this level needs to be chucked. Literally.
I need to rant about this goddamn chuckster level. I have no problem getting the Yoshi and going to the special area under the town. What I do have a problem is when you have these dumbass pintas chucking you from one platform to another. It seems easy on paper, but if you stand at a slightly wrong angle, you're getting chucked off the course. It does not help that sometimes the chucksters chuck you way too hard or they chuck you way too light. Maybe I'm a f***ing stupid idiot that can't figure out this baby chuckster level for babies, but I hate this level with a goddamn passion. Also, sometimes Mario will be in a continuous chuck motion and end up bouncing out of the chucked area, even if you land just fine. I'll say it a million times. F these dumbass f***ing chucksters and their f***ing ass chucking abilities. Now, if you excuse me, I need to lay down and take a nap.
Oh no.
I would continue on about this stupid chuckster, but I need to move on where you clean up the villagers to get a shine sprite and then chase down Mario again. Shadow Mario, that is. Alright, it's finally time to take on the real final boss.
Oh hey, we're heading to Corona Mountain, so it's time to get your hazmat suit on because I don't want to start another pandemic. This level is hot.
This doesn't start off hot as funny as that sounds. When you finally unlock this level, the entire Delfino Plaza is flooded. You then make your way over to Corona Mountain, which is right behind the big Shine Sprite bell tower thing. That's when you get to experience this hot ass level. For some reason, I struggled getting past the first gauntlet, but that's just, cause I'm bad at the game. And I'm also glad that there's no chucksters on this lava level. Phew.
My hazmat suit burned up and I got no paddle. Oh, looks like I'm going down too. Nice knowing you, gamers.
The sucky part about this boat segment is that if the boat touches anything, it sinks and you gotta start all over again. Seriously, just barely nipping something and it's sink o'clock. It's okay though, cause the next part is really easy. Just take the rocket nozzle and boost up to the top through those clouds.
Wow! The water's great, hey, Junior?
Sure is, Papa. Come on in, Mama Peach. I think not. Mario! You again? Don't you ever give up?
Mario! How dare you disturb my family vacation?
Whoa, god damn, Bowser is huge. Oh no, he's getting up. Oh yeah, he's huge, all right. Please just put on a towel, bro. I can't keep looking at that.
Jokes aside, this is the final fight, and personally, I would want to fight Bowser after hearing him voice act for the first time in a game. That is not what Bowser sounds like, but, it could have been a little bit more menacing, but whatever, man. We need to super ground pound these edges of this hot tub and get them off the volcano. It's probably one of the more easier Mario vs. Bowser battles in the entire series, if I'm being honest. It's harder than 64's final fight, but easier than Galaxies and Odysseys. After you super ground pound all the edges, he tips over and everyone falls to the ground, except Peach because she has an umbrella, you stupid.
Oh.
Mario, was I,
Jeez, man. Flood dies too? At least we restored the final Shine Sprite and the villagers of this peaceful island can go back to their normal lives. Also, Bowser and his son have a heart-to-heart, and I was just kidding about Flood dying. He's back now, so the vacation can really start. Wahoo!
Now that's what I call a happy ending. Oh, f***. Cut to the voiceover.
Well, that's going to wrap it up for this special episode of Watersurf's Gaming Hour. I've played this game dozens of times since its release, and I finally decided I wanted to cover it on the show. I know this episode ran a little bit longer than they usually tend to, but I really wanted to cover as much of this game as I could. This is still my favorite 3D Mario game, despite its many BS segments. It's a good challenge, and it truly felt like a spiritual sequel to 64. It takes all the great things about its predecessor and gives you some of the most pinpoint accurate Mario movements with the addition of the water spraying friend. I love this game, and I would highly recommend playing it if you haven't already. Seriously, this Sunny Wahoo adventure is the 3D Mario perfection, and it easily earns its spot in my top 10 favorite video games of all time. Hell, it's actually in my top 5. Thanks for watching this episode of Watersurf's Gaming Hour, and we'll see you at the next episode for Pokemon Coliseum. We had a vote on it a few months ago, and that's what won the poll, so that's what's going to be the next episode. Okay, bye.
I don't know how much more I can run. I don't even know what I did to these goobers, but they want to chuck me, bro. Oh, god damn it. Just cut to the credits, bro. This episode's already going on way too long. I'll see you next time.